Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Angorabuilds. I'm an architectural technologist based out of Western Canada, and I model buildings in 3D for a living. I also stream about home design on Twitch. So for the past couple of months, I've been working through my basement bathroom renovation, kind of a necessary one because we had some really severe water damage that we needed to remediate. And we started by designing the bathroom live on stream on my Twitch channel, and then I spent the last couple of weeks or so actually constructing it. I absolutely love DIY work. I love doing projects myself. I love learning how to do things, but one of my favorite parts about this whole process is comparing and contrasting between what I designed in 3D in advance and what actually got constructed in the end, because this design did not turn out like this design. Fortunately for y'all, I have the entire process documented. We did all of the design work on Twitch and the VODs are available in the playlist on my YouTube channel, but I did vlog the entire construction process as well with all of the roadblocks, the pivots, the hiccups, everything. If you've hung around my stream before, you've heard me say the construction phase is still kind of a design phase, but it's more of an adaptive design phase, and my 45 square foot tiny bathroom was no exception to this. Before I lead into that chaos, let me give you some context, share a bit of a summary of the design process with you, just give you some background information about why we're renovating this bathroom in the first place. So I'm an architectural technologist and my partner Krish is a home inspector. I feel like that is some helpful context with helping you guys understand how we approach things, our logic around things. We are in the industry and like adjacent to the construction space. So we bought this house back in 2021. It's a 950 square foot bungalow and we purchased it with the intention of finding a home that had good bones, but mostly just needed aesthetic upgrades. This house is an investment purchase for us though. We bought it with the intention of flipping it and then reselling it and then moving hopefully to our forever home is the next one. As I'm working through a lot of the design choices that I make for this bathroom renovation, that is always in the back of my mind, and I feel like a lot of the choices that I make around the finishes and everything, I'm definitely trying to play it a little bit more safe. If it were up to me, it would be a lot more bold, a lot more playful, but I'm trying to think of what the buyer wants, unfortunately. So when we bought this house, we had two roommates that were moving in with us immediately, and we needed 2 bedrooms stat. So we did renovate the basement in its entirety. Fortunately, the existing bathroom in the basement didn't seem too bad. I think it was done in the early 2000s or maybe the 2010s, and so it seemed pretty functional. We just noticed that there was some water damage around the shower when we purchased the place. It was flagged during our home inspection, and when we did the basement renovation, our contractor at the time did go in and recaulk the entirety of the shower, and we thought that was that. We thought the issue was fixed. Unfortunately, and unbeknownst to us, the caulking did not work, and the water damage proceeded to get worse and worse as time progressed. Because this bathroom was primarily used by our housemates and not us ourselves, we didn't realize how bad the problem was until I actually finally went down and looked in there, and the baseboards were turning black. So we were planning on starting our main floor renovation and doing our kitchen and stuff at the beginning of this year, but due to the nature of water damage, due to the nature of mold, this renovation took precedent. I wanted to share in advance that our budget for this project, we wanted to keep it under $2,500. So this is something that we'll keep in mind during the design phase and when we're picking finishes and stuff. And in part 2 of 2, we'll do a cost breakdown of how much the reno actually ended up costing. So here we are, about to demolish this baby. And before we do so, let's take a moment to reflect on what's happening here. If we're gonna renovate this washroom, I want to take the opportunity to make it the best little bathroom that it can be, and that starts with reflecting on what's wrong with it. The first one is obvious. The shower's leaking. We need to fix that stat. Because we don't know how it's leaking, it's obviously not the caulking. I don't feel comfortable trying to reuse this shower anymore. In my brain, it's compromised. Let's just get a new one. Number 2 is the lower ceiling height. You can see that this bathroom has the ugliest T-bar ceiling, and because T-bar is a suspended system, it lowers the ceiling height by about 4 inches or so and makes the bathroom feel a lot more confined and also kind of like a corporate office space. I hate it, it's gross. And finally, the third improvement, aesthetics. For sure. We can't ignore how ugly this wall paneling is. It's just cheapy Home Depot 6mm wall paneling. The medicine cabinet and the mirror are okay, but they're very, very dark. And I feel like with how small this bathroom is, it just makes the space feel really confining. And I think that we can, through the selection of different accessories and finishes, make it just feel a lot more brightened and uplifted. I want to take a minute here to emphasize, when you're doing any renovation or DIY project, please think beyond the aesthetics for a minute. This is the best opportunity for you to assess what is wrong with the space, what is not working with the space, and use your renovation as an opportunity to improve it. And oftentimes, at least for me, I find that identifying the problems that I have with a space is the easiest and best springboard into inspiration for the aesthetics after the fact. So we know what needs to be done here. Let's carry on to the actual design. As I mentioned, all the VODs are available on my YouTube channel under my Twitch playlist, but here's a little summary of some of the highlights. So because we're operating within a strict budget for this bathroom renovation, I did want to take some time doing some pricing up front before we got into any of the actual design work, just so that we knew what budgets we had for our finishes and our appliances and all of those things. So we did all of this pricing in Google Sheets, and I do explain those here. I want to price out and explore our options for 3 shower bathroom options because I don't know the extent of the mold damage in the wall. And if the damage in the wall is like, if it's back here and we have to rip everything down and we have to redo it anyways, we might as well do it nicer. I want to understand the implications of either all 3 design choices so that I can make an informed decision in the moment based off of whatever is happening behind here. It's a little bit like a math exercise, I think, because we're getting more into like cost estimating. I'm just trying to decide how I want to do this. In order to price things, we need to have products that we need to price, which means that we do actually have to design it. But we got some existing area calculations of the floor, wall, the ceiling, and then the dimensions of the existing shower. But there's 3 options that we can do in this bathroom to replace this shower and resolve this situation. We can get another prefab shower kit and get one that has walls built in, so we literally don't have to do anything else to the bathroom except just swap this out with the black mold on the baseboards and stuff. I have a feeling that we might be needing to do some behind the wall and subfloor repair, and I'm kind of like, okay, if we're doing that, maybe we should also just get rid of this really gross wall paneling and the awful T-bar on the ceiling and actually drywall everything with cement board proper, and then we could do tile around and then do a prefab shower kit just for the glass in the shower tray. Or the 3rd option, which my partner loves and wants to do and I'm scared is going to be incredibly expensive, is a wet bath. Exnay the shower kit altogether and literally just make the room a shower room. The prefab shower kit is probably going to be the most cost effective and the easiest. The other thing worth noting that I don't have a photo of too, which is kind of funny, is that unlike the rest of the basement, which is all just on the concrete slab, I have our Revit model open here. This is our basement. The subfloor in our bathroom is raised. I think it's just put on 2x4s on its side. And I think they did that to avoid having to trench in plumbing, because that's really expensive to trench it into the concrete. So it works in our favor too in terms of costing, because now if we have to do any modifications or upgrading of the plumbing systems underneath the floor, it's way easier. It's a little bit weird because the ceiling is a little bit shorter, but the basement bathroom, I'm not too cut up about it. Maybe we'll make a quick Pinterest board. They're already giving me pins, they know. Small bathroom. Let's just see what we get. What I will say, just before I dig into this too much, we're pretty much just looking at tile. We're not going to be using these pins for any inspiration for the vanity or the sink, not even any of like the hardware or anything. We're not swapping any of that out. Actually, I could maybe be enticed to swap the hardware pulls out. There's only 2 of them. I'm kind of weary of color. Just because this house is an investment purchase and the design that we're doing for the bathroom has to be as cheap as possible. So I'm trying to find a happy medium. Like, I don't know, maybe instead of looking at small bathroom ideas, we should jump to wet bath ideas. Because I am kind of leaning towards, ooh, actually, I kind of like the wood roof. If we got rid of the T-bar, we have to do something else.
And I know, I think if you do cedar, it is moisture resistant and mold-proof. If we did a drywall ceiling, we would have to hire someone to come in and mud and tape it and make it flat because it's so hard to level it and make it look clean. Cedar we could install ourselves. I'm comfortable doing that, and it would just be like a tongue and groove. So I like this idea a lot. I'm not sure how I feel about the dark floor with the light tile though, because it's kind of giving gym or pool or hotel bathroom. Oh, I kind of like this. This like nice black and white. This is just square white tile. I don't know how I feel about the square white tile. I like this floor. It's kind of timeless, I guess. Or I actually do really like this like really tight, this tight honeycomb style reminds me of vintage homes. Oh, this is cool too, how they like create a pattern around the perimeter. I don't know if I'm this ambitious that I want to actually start doing fancy tile patterns. Let's start with white. Let's see what we got in the whites, and we're gonna sort it by lowest price to highest price. So I don't know if I like the marbly texture of some of the tile. Oh, hey, they actually have these little ones here. Perfect for creating patterns on floors or walls. Okay, this is the exact one we were looking at. Like it. Okay, it's 1320 a square feet. Okay, now this is where we're gonna do some math. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this image, floor finish options. Okay, I'm looking for another floor option really quickly just so we have a couple, because I think, oh, this one. This is like the other one. Let's do this one too. So it's $77.98 per square foot. So I'm just gonna note the price. Now I need to do, okay, so this is the floor, so that means we need to do a formula. There we go. Look at that math. I don't know if this is going to be cheaper to do everything tile. Just the floor. $300? Okay, what kind of wall tile? Really, really cheap, basic white wall tile. I think all three of our pens have more square tiles, but I don't know if I like square. The other thing that's really popular right now too is like this vertical stack of tile, but I'm scared it's going to be dated. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think I just like this is so safe. I think it might be the move. Here we go. Yeah, this is the one I was saying was like so cheap. Oh, it's out of stock though. Damn it. 39 cents a tile. This economy is perfect. Like, look at this price jump though. What the heck? I might just pull one like this then, I guess. This is just like a really basic Subway. 314. There we go. We need another wall tile option. Just one more. Maybe we can do a glossy textured one. I think that's good. And then I guess just the shower kits. All right. Okay, so there is these curved ones that has the wall in them. And we definitely don't have to go with the curved either. This is just an option. I'll price this one first though. Okay, so that's this one. Let's pick a square one next. These are all over the place in their prices. I don't get it. This is an alcove shower kit. That's not what we need. No, 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 no. Well, I think it's just the one. Okay, so we got that price then. This is the complete kit with the walls. Now we need one that is no walls because we'll tile the wall. No shower walls. Okay, so this one with the black, we might be paying extra though because of the black aluminum framing. I think is trendy. Why is it more expensive than the one with walls? Wait, like this? And then now I guess we just need a wet bath kit. Like something like this, I think. I need to do some research into what products I need for this wet bath though. I know the floor has to slope and I know that you need a product to do that. And I also, like, I don't want to have the lip, like the perimeter step-in parts.
Full disclosure, due to the very high price tag of the wet bath, in addition to that, based off of my research on it and what I found goes into constructing a wet bath, I actually decided to ex-nay this option really early on. I didn't feel comfortable with my skill set and my understanding of plumbing and wet baths to be able to execute it. I'm just gonna be straight up. I got scared of it. It seemed like way more work than it's worth. I didn't want to fuck it up. I priced it anyways just for science because I thought it would be kind of fun. So you'll see that done there, but carrying on. Okay,
So we're trying to price this stuff. Option 1 is the prefab shower kit. That means it's this number, and that's it. Now, option 2 is the hybrid. The only other thing we'd have to price for this would be the cost of the shower and then the cost of a tile wall finish. The other thing we'd have to account for too, if we were doing tile, would be the cost of the cement board that it would have to go on top of. So we're going to account for that price too. We're getting into like options within options, because in this hybrid option, we could do all 4 walls tile, or we just do the 2 walls that are the shower walls. From a cost saving perspective, that would make the most sense to just do 2. Do we need tile behind the sink? Like, these guys only did tile partially up the wall and then just did gypsum the rest. But from like a constructability perspective, if we are gonna tile the walls ourselves, I don't really want to touch gypsum drywall. I don't want to do drywall. No, so I think we need to price for 3 full height walls. I'm gonna go into the shower kit with the tiled wall, and I'm actually gonna just 3D model some tile for areas. Wait, how thick did I make this? Because the wall tile will have a thickness, and I'm also going to add the thickness of the cement board, and then we'll get an idea of the actual thickness of things, because this bathroom is so tiny. The wall panels that are on the wall now are 6mm thick, so we'll lose a ½ inch of space throughout the perimeter of the bathroom, and I don't think that'll be super noticeable. We don't have to price a floor finish with this option either. We only have to do it with the wet bath option. So this wall finish here, it's $3.14 per square foot. It's not bad. I just want to see how much cement board we need to budget for. $2.52. All right, we got the cement board tape. We're literally pricing out everything, by the way. So, moment of truth. Option number 2 is coming out more than double from option number 1 prefab shower kit. That was only $861. This is a great option if we didn't have the extent of water damage that we do, but because the panels and the wall is damaged, I'm anticipating that we're going to have to redo it. And so right now, option 2 is sitting pretty at the better price point. This is kind of around the ballpark of what we expected. Option 3, we'll do the wet, we'll do the wet bath. I'm nervous. I think this is going to be expensive. The shower itself, it comes in cheaper, but the problem with the wall finish is that we're gonna, instead of doing 3 sides, we do have to do 4 sides. Option 3 is on the low end, $22.70. Okay, so now we have our 3 options and their pricing. I think we just need to anticipate doing the second option, especially at worst. So that means with the selection of our second option, we're at a point where we can model the hybrid option that we've selected, with different finish options, and we can kind of decide exactly which wall tile we're gonna want. I also want to play around with maybe the option of swapping out the wall sconce above the mirror and the hardware, or like the sink faucet and the knobs on the vanity and stuff. This is kind of what it looks like in real life too. I've set up the existing wall panel finishes and the existing like vanity and the medicine cabinet above the toilet and stuff like that. The shower's in this corner. This room is so small, it's really difficult to kind of see the extents of everything. We're gonna be 3D modeling. This is one of the ones that we're gonna be 3D modeling. And then I want to try and find a rectangular one too, like a square one. Yeah, like we could, like this is kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, so I had this thought. So the vanity and the medicine cabinet are both really, really dark wood, and the rest of the bathroom is just this like stark white. I'm thinking of painting this lower vanity, getting rid of this mirror and finding a new one, and getting rid of this medicine cabinet and doing shelves. That's what I'm leaning towards. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna 3D model one that's like this, and then 3D model one that's like this. Let's do... Here. How does this work for size? It works. Okay, well there's one down, and now we have to do the second one. That looks like a shower if I've ever seen one. I'm nervous about this one. Actually, it clears. It does clear. How close are we? This is cutting it kind of close. I'm not going to count the caulking because that'll be below the door, but we're just over 1 inch, so I think it'll clear. But it's good. It looks good. Cool. Okay, so that's our 2 showers. So Okay, what we're talking about doing is having these 3 walls be tile, but then keeping the wall panel on this 3rd one here. We'll need to find a shower head family and a faucet family, but this is an opportunity to introduce another kind of metal if we wanted to. Just kind of want to see what options for shower heads they have. I would love to do one that's a lot bigger, maybe one that's a combo with an overhead and then another one, like 2 heads, like where you can take the one on the hose off, perhaps. Like, I don't mind the square one. Does it come in 2 colors though? Maybe the easiest route is to try and search for black ones. See, I just don't know if we have a high enough ceiling to do this. I also don't understand, like something like this, I guess maybe, but I just find these kind of ugly. Unfortunately though, it looks like most of these shower combos are really expensive, and I'm just wondering if that's literally because we picked black. We might be paying extra for the aesthetics in that case. Look at this one! This is the chrome one! This is $267, and then this one is $451. This has to be the color. It has to. I am operating within the confines of a real-life budget for this here, so while I would absolutely love to be able to pick something like this, I don't think I can. And if that's the case, if we need to do a silver shower head, I think I would rather stick with silver mullions. It's fine. Standard height is 80 inches. Jeez, where is that in relation to? Oh god, that's 6'8". That's so high. That's like right at the top. Okay, so what I think I need to do, I'm going to confirm if we have any wiggle room above our T-bar ceiling. I'll just take a tile out after this stream and measure to the underside of the joists. We'll see if that changes things. I will sleuth for a shower head off stream, and then on Tuesday we can continue. I want to see how our finishes look laid out. So this is the tile wall. This has to come out now, I assume, which is getting even closer to this door. 3/8 of an inch, kind of risky. Hold on. Okay, actually, not bad. I want to rotate these two. I mean, I don't hate it. I kind of don't mind it. Okay, so I have a vision for this. I want to do this to the ceiling. Oh my god, this actually gets a ceiling height. So we have the T-bar, and then I measure to the underside of the joists, and there's like 3 more inches or 4 more inches up there. So if we get rid of this ugly T-bar, which is terrible and I hate it, we won't be able to salvage the wall panels unless they go up into the ceiling. I just realized that. But we might get 2 or 3 more inches in our ceiling height. Yay! So what's this? 6'11" instead of 6'9". The other problem, I think, is that unless I go into Photoshop, I don't think I can edit the grout color. Yeah. Okay, so this is the way that we would install the cedar ceiling then. It would be long like this because it would have to go across the joists. I don't want to interrupt your design. You seem like you're on a roll, but I gotta go soon. May I throw a design into the mix? Yeah, do it. This is really pretty. Are you saying do the marble instead of tile? It's just an example with the large format tiles on the floor is something I love and will most definitely be going for in another future reno I do. Last bathroom I designed had large format tiles. I'm not opposed, that would actually be really nice too. I'll check that. We're gonna take some screenshots of the different options that we come up with today and then just try and pick. Okay, there's a couple things that I need to do. Let's change the color of this vanity because I think I want to paint it. Mirrors are kind of expensive, huh? Checking to see how much mirrors even cost if we wanted to just get a new one. My hack in life is I pick something at IKEA that I like, and then I will camp Marketplace, Craigslist, Kijiji. I will camp all of it, and if you search for that keyword frequently enough, someone will resell that exact thing that you want, at least where we live. I've never bought anything brand new from IKEA. I want to put some shelves above the toilet quick. Is 2 enough? I kind of want it to look like this red cedar, but I don't want it to be the panels. Yeah, I think this mirror gotta go. I will probably just pick a mirror from IKEA though. Do you think a circle would be meh? I like the oval more, I think. You know what? Let's try it. I'm gonna 3D model it quick. Okay. Cool, that's it. super easy. This one might be too tall anyway. Well, actually, well, is it too big? Is this too much mirror for this tiny? See, because the nice thing about having a big mirror though is that it would feel expansive. But if that's the case, now, okay, I want to find a wall light or 2 wall lights that would look good with it. Oh, we got 44 pages, bro. That's too much. I kind of like the small, just like simple round one. Like, yeah, like this. Easy and small. I guess we gotta make one too. Is this light gonna work? This might be too tight. Okay. There. I mean, I don't hate it. It kind of does look like a face, you're right. You think it's derpy? You don't like them? I can try. I think we should maybe try a skinnier one. Does this look like a torch? Or like this one? Do they come in a pack of 2? 2, yeah. I'm gonna try these. This is better, hey? I like it too. You like them lower or do you like them back up? Okay, I'll keep them lower. So this is kind of tile option 1. And I'm gonna play around with changing the color of this vanity. I'm kind of curious about this oilcloth one. Okay. This is a little bit light. It's kind of cute though. I actually think this might be really close to the color of the van cabinets. So if we have any paint left over, we can maybe do it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a screenshot of this one. Oh, they do have marble tiles. We'll do 2 options. We're gonna do the smaller marble because there was a small 3x6 marble tile that we did spec. We got the horizontal here. Or rotate 90 degrees. I mean, it does look more modern. Okay, so this one is gonna be 48 by 24 by 48 tile. I take a screenshot. I was gonna maybe save pictures with the curved one because the curved one's aesthetically pleasing, but Rocky did say that they leak a shit ton. Now they're yuck. Okay, I think that settles it then. Based off of the susceptibility to leaking, I'm going to X-nay the curved shower, the square shower as our default renovation choice. We'll have the shelves and then there's like a little 2-door cupboard that exists here that can just stay. We could even look at doing like a full height custom. Oh, now we're just getting into fancy stuff though. It's probably not necessary. Someone else can do that when they buy the house. Okay, I'm gonna call it here. That's it for the design phase of this bathroom renovation. Right from here, we pretty much jumped immediately into construction. And guys, it looks so good. I'm so excited about how it turned out. I think it turned out great, especially for our first crack at, I've never done tile before. I've never done tongue and groove cedar installation before. I think everything turned out beautiful. I'm super happy with the final product. Stay tuned to this channel for part 2 of 2. I'm only doing 2. Second part of this series where we will cover the construction phase, and that's when we're gonna go over all of the hiccups, the roadblocks, the pivots. It ended up being very different in the end, and if you want to see what happens, stay tuned. We'll see. Thanks so much again for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye!